welcome everybody for another little episode of the Everything Whole podcast. My name is Paul Dotsky, and we're going to talk about the game Through the Woods, which was developed by Antagonist and published by 1C Entertainment. It was released on Steam on October 27, 2016, and was later released on consoles around May 8, 2018. So, what exactly is Through the Woods? Through the Woods is a third-person Norse horror adventure set in a forest on the western shores of Norway that tells the story of a mother and her missing son. Through reactive narration, the player experiences the mother's retelling of the events surrounding her son's disappearance. Players follow the path of a terrified woman who has forced herself to enter this terrible place for the sole purpose of finding her son. In a setting heavily influenced by Norse mythology and Norwegian folktales. With Through the Woods, antagonists have captured the feeling of the forest as they saw it as children, with all the fear and mystery that comes from roaming through it alone. This is coupled with a powerful story and high-quality sound design, which in the darkness of the forest becomes a core mechanic. Through the Woods is a profound experience that directly delivers the feelings of loneliness and loss in a terrifying place. I played this on the PlayStation, and I will say that I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the folktale, the lore, the different type of creatures you come across while playing the game, like trolls and banshees in a way, and some other stuff which unfortunately is like escaping my name, but it's a nice, cool thing. And one of the most interesting things about this game is the talk of old Eric, who supposedly captured and kidnapped the son to begin with. And without really saying too much, but apparently old Eric is another way of saying the devil's name, Satan. But I guess it's what parents use to help put their children in bed, because otherwise old Eric would come and take them if they don't go to bed, basically. Which I find is very interesting. So it's kind of like the whole Mother Krampus idea, when with the whole, like, that aspect of, like, you're trying to scare your children to go to sleep, otherwise this creature of the night or whatever will come and take your children away. So, as for the atmosphere alone, it is very nice looking. In a sort of weird way, it looked like some of the game could have possibly had more of a polished look to them. But if you actually go and look at some of the old screenshots of before and after, the game had drastically improved over the year and so worth of making the game possible before getting released. But I think maybe if they did more polishing, I think the game would have been more nicer, not like have some moments where it felt more cartoony than a more polished up game. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing either way, but I'm just saying as an example. The controls were nice, not too overwhelming, very easy to learn, and it actually put in a nice little touch. However, some people may think of this as like a walking simulator, but there is some stealth behind it as you are hunted by trolls and other. As for everything else, it not really bad. I don't know. I mean, I had a really good time. And what they did with it, especially with the two different wolves of how to defend yourself against these wolves and stuff, I thought was really neat. One was like fire, one was like the light. And it was just really neat how they did that on top of folklore history or mythology to it. so you are more grossed into the atmosphere and the environment of learning more about each folklore that is going on. I would recommend it if you haven't tried it, and if you are a big fan of folklore. I would say I would give it a 8 out of 10 if somebody were to ask me a rating. Only because, like I said, the game probably could have used a little bit more polish. Maybe a little bit more than something about like a walking simulator type of deal, because you do have to use stealth, and some of the creatures, which the one that I'm really thinking of, if you are not careful, you will get attacked, and it's like an instant death. So please make sure like you really study this specific creature. And unfortunately, I can't think of the name right now, but trust me, it is fast, and once it's upon you, you might as well just let it kill you and restart from the checkpoint. That's it. That was just a little episode of Through the Woods. Nothing too great, I know. I apologize, but I just wanted to get this out. This was on the back burner for a little bit, and we'll see you next time. And until then, stay scary.